Hello everyone, my name is Vishal and welcome to our YouTube channel Android Smart Learning. In this video, we will learn how to create base view model. Before starting this video, I recommend everyone to watch my MVVM base architecture video series because I will create base view model in this MVVM base project only. So let's start. So this is our MVVM base architecture project. I have shared link in the description also for this project. Okay, so this is our home project. Let me give you the high level overview. So this is our MVVM project where we are just calling one API and showing the result into recycler view. So this is our home fragment from where we are calling this view model API, and from view model we are calling repo, and from repo we are calling here interface method. Okay, so let's run the project first. Okay, so here we are showing the data in our recycler view. Okay, now let's move to view model. Okay, so this is our view model which is extending view model class. Here we have declared this comment list of type mutable live data of API response of these are comments response, because this comment response is our model class basically, or a data class. Okay, then this API response is our seal class. So here we have declared this comment list. Okay, then in get comments, here we have assigned first of all loading API response dot loading. Okay, so before calling API means whenever in home fragment, whenever we call this get data method, first of all we are calling this get comments method. In get comments method we have set this loading to this our live data value. So accordingly, based on loading, first of all this here we are showing progress dialog over here. Okay, also in view model scope.launch, here we are calling repository method which return our data or actual response, and this actual response we are assigning to this comment list dot value. Means here this comment list is our mutable live data. Okay, so based on this response, either it is success or failure, this will get executed. If it is success, then we have called dismiss progress dialog and we have written this code, and if it is failure, then this code will get executed. Okay, so this is our current structure. Okay, so now let me tell you the drawback of this structure. Okay, so currently from our home fragment we are calling this get comments method. Okay, so now let's assume we have to call one more API, like suppose get user list. Okay, so for that purpose what we will do, first of all we will create here one more variable for user list. Okay, of mutable live data of API response of, let's assume user list response. Okay, also we will create one more method over here like get users list, then this response we will pass here, and this user list. Okay, and here also we will call get user list. Okay, from repo. Currently we are showing this red because we don't have this classes or method in our project. Okay, so what is the drawback of this? So drawback of this is right now we have written this code for two methods. Suppose in your home fragment you want to call total 10 APIs. So what you will have to do, you will have to declare this first 10 variables over here, then 10 methods you will call. Okay, in each method if you see, you need to write this API response dot loading 10 times. Also view model scope dot launch, then view model scope dot launch, this also you need to write 10 times. So this is the issue with this view model is we need to write few lines of code multiple times. So here we will create base view model class and will keep common code in it, and it will act as a super class for all other view model. Okay, so let's create our base view model. So let me delete this first as we don't require it. I have just written it just for explanation. Okay, so let's go to in your UI, in our base, I'll create base view model. Okay, so this is our base view model which extend view model. Okay, and here we will write open. Okay, So we have declared this class as a open. In Kotlin, all classes are final by default. It means they cannot be inherited. So open means we can create subclass of this class. Okay, so we have created our base view model. Now let's close this. Okay, so here now we have this our variable. We have declared this variable of mutable live data of API response of our model class. Okay, so for 10 methods we need to declare such 10 variables. So what we will do here, we will declare only one variable in our base view model. Okay, so let's give it that variable name as suppose live data list. Okay, so before that we will create first one method like fun, and let's give it name as perform live data operation. Perform live data operation. Yes, we have created this method over here. Now here we have declared this our variable. Okay, now just copy paste it here. Okay, val of comment list, but right now we will call this method in every method over here, like in get users data also we will call this method. Means in all these 10 methods we are calling this method, right, perform live data operation. So let's give it some generic name like val live data list is equal to mutable live data of API response of comment response. Okay, so instead of comment response we will write T means it will take any kind of model like user response or comment response or employee response, like that. Okay, so we will declare over here generic T also over here. Yes, so val live data is equal to mutable live data of API response of T. So this line we have moved to our base view model like user live data of list of mutable live data of API response of T. Okay, now let's move ahead. Now also we have set this loading over here to this variable. This also we need to reduce. Okay, so here live data list dot value is equal to API response dot loading. Okay, see, same here, same I have done. Array means variable name dot value is equal to API response dot loading. Here also variable name dot value is equal to API response dot loading. Okay, now let's move to next part. Now this view model scope dot launch also we need to write in our base view model. So view model scope dot launch. Okay, yes. Now here in view model scope dot launch, what we are actually doing, we are calling repository method, and this repository response we are assigning to our variable. So main thing is we are calling this repository method. Again, this repository method is different for each method. Like for get comments we have this get comment method, then for if we have a method of get users list, then we have a get user list method in our repo. So this method basically we need to pass from our this view model to our base view model. So we will pass this method as a lambda expression. So here let's comment it out code because we don't require it, and just write here return. We have our method name is perform live data operation. Okay, so first of all extend this class with our base view model and return perform live data operation, and here basically we will pass this one repo dot get comments. Yes, now we have passed this repo dot get comments. Okay, now if you see the error here, it is asking add parameter to function perform live data. Now let's click on it. Okay, now if you see the base view model, here this parameter is added. Okay, now this parameter is added. If you see here this is our actually repository. This is our repository function we are calling. So it is added over here. Like this is our repo, this is our variable name. Let's give it name as a repo function. Okay, and it will return, see, if you see here our get response, what is written? API response of our model, right? API response of our model. So here also API response of our model. So model is our basically of type T. Okay, and also, yes, we are, just a minute. Also this method is returning what? Live data of API response of model. So in our base view model also, here we will declare live data of API response of T. Okay, see here, yes, error has gone. Now in get comments method, suspend function get comments should be only called from coroutine or another suspend function. Okay, so let's declare here suspend. Okay, so basically this is our lambda expression. From here we are passing our repository function. This repository function will come over here. This is our repo function actually of, and it will return API response of T, same as like this. See, in get comment also it is returning API response of comment response. Okay, so let's go to base view model and write here. Okay, so in comment view model, what we were actually doing previously, we are calling our repository method and assigning this value. Same thing we will do in our base view model, like val response is equal to repo function dot invoke, and let's assign the data to our live data instance. Dot value is equal to response. Okay, and after that return live data list. Okay, see here. Okay, so here we will remove this code. Here we don't require this variable, just a minute. Okay, so here what we have done, we have shifted this variable to our base view model. Here val live data of mutable live data of API response of T means it will take any variable. After that this loading also we have moved over here, this loading. After that in view model scope dot launch we were calling our repo method. So here what we have done, here we have passed this repo function here, from here to here. So this is a repository function. So in view model scope dot launch we have invoked the repo function and it will return our response, and response we are assigning to our live data, same as like this. See, here also we have done the same thing. Okay, and then we are returning the live data. Here also we are returning the same thing. Okay, so now let's remove this as we don't require it. This also we will remove, this also we will remove. Yes, now let's run the code again. Yes, now our code is run, and here we go, we got the same output. Okay, so here we have created the base view model and we have shifted common code or repetitive code in my base view model. Okay, so that's all about this video. In this video we have created base view model class to improve code reusability. If you like this video, then please subscribe to this channel, and thanks for watching this video.